I'm great. I mean, I can't even imagine now, when you're so close. It's just within reach. The master tier is right there for these teams. Some of these squads relatively new, and I'm very interested to see how Everest and Exploited duke it out as we dive into this round.
And with that, this is the start of the first round of this matchup, the 5th round of the tournament. This is Exploited versus Everest. Everest in orange, Exploited in blue. And with a neutral joust, it will be outside the bubble of Everest being slapped through now. Exploited trying to recover on defense.
Yeah, Exploited able to recover here. Lindaway taking this through, and Exploited as well coming in through with some roster changes here. As Sir Dominic, in fact, I was just about to mention his name, makes the 3, and he's going to put that one in, take the first few points here for Exploited. But Sir Dominic joining here in place of Galti, who left a couple of weeks ago, I believe. So yeah, I mean, a roster change, but clearly not finding any mistakes in the offense so far. So Dominic's coming in with the first 3 now, just advantage to Everest.
So Martin III holding from Nest, looking for an opportunity, not getting pressured just yet. Conrad changing positions from Bo, trying to preempt this stack that's looking to anticipate this pass. But, you see Everest right now. They're taking their time. They're trying to find an opportunity. They're only down by 3 points. This is the start of the first round. And then we'll send the first pass to the left wall. Stefo now with possession, trying to find an opportunity, sending along the floor, trying to find that bounce pass, but they're going to lose possession, and they're going to get it right back. So Bad Elmo is going to lose it again, and Linderway now with the clear through 2.
Yeah, a couple of interceptions coming through from both teams, but at the end of the day, it's going to be coming back to Everest, and they're going to reclaim this disc in defense. Now, the back pass coming through to Martin III, putting all the way through, but some nice positioning there by Beaver in the midline for Exploited. So now the shot coming through, in fact, Dominic taking it in for his second 3-pointer of this game, and we're only a couple minutes in.
Sir Dominic getting that forward advantage, getting behind that backline player, at least having that angle behind the backline player, not able to recover on defense is Everest. So Exploited now with the 6-point lead. Quick rollout from Everest, really well executed. Martin III now sending it up to ceiling. Stefo with possession. Stefo driving into the bubble, gonna go for the shot, and the save from Dave Stan, but Bad Elmo is gonna stun him out and put that one right in the goal.
Yeah, luckily Elmo there to recover that one, but an excellent headbutt save from Dave Stan, but he just had to stand there and watch the goal get put in right in front of his head again, because he was stunned out. So unfortunate there, but a good attempt on the defense by Exploited, and now they're going to go through with an immediate rollout. Not quite going to work out though. So now Everest trying to maintain the ultimately the momentum they've built up in the last couple of games. A 3-point shot coming through from Beaver, not quite hitting the target. Martin though getting stunned away right next to the goal, and Lindaway going to put that one straight into the goal. Now 8-2, Exploited looking really strong in this game, and they look like they're going to try and take this one to the tiebreakers.
Maybe Everest wasn't communicating the sense of urgency that Martin needed. Martin could have gone for the slap, but this is the top level. This is the teams trying to make it into the master tier, and the intensity is there, and the errors, they really punish you.
Yeah, and I mean, ultimately, in this tiebreaker situation that Exploited may or may not know that they're in right now, they've got to try and find as many points as they can, because it might come down to they both have the same amount of rounds and games, in which place is going to go to the points. But Stefo's going to put this in for the 2-pointer in terms of Everest, and they're gonna try and come back with another 2-pointer here. But Exploited again still have joust advantage. They've still got that momentum going for them, and I mean they really have to find as many points as they can in this round if they want to have as much chance as they do want to have in the tiebreaker.
So a loss of possession there on that rollout. Conrad at the back line will find possession. Martin III sending it back to Conrad, but that might be near the goal. It was very close. Recovering it will be Everest. Everest actually not able to get that pass off the floor. Beaver will pick it up for Exploited. So Exploited now with possession. Dave Stan sending it forward to Beaver. Able to pull out that forward defender from Everest. And maybe a loss of possession, maybe a loss of the grab, but they're going to be able to recover it. Dave Stan now with it. Dave Stan has a pass opportunity at the ceiling, driving in to the bubble and taking the shot at 3 meters. Now a 6-point lead to Exploited.
Yeah, really difficult one for the goalie to read there. Dave Stan coming in with the shot to the pocket. And I mean, ultimately for the goalie, it's really difficult. 3 meters out. Really hard situation in defense for Everest. They're going to look to come straight back, though, and answer back with these points. Now Conrad with the joust advantage, taking this to Steffo, and Everest with a relatively quick joust here, putting it close to the bubble immediately, but the back pass coming through again to Conrad, so trying to find this pass, trying to control the possession above the goal. The pass to Martin III, and that is a quick and simple play, but very effective from Everest.
Everest able to thread these passes through this defense. Exploited's defense doesn't look too cohesive from these past few drives from Everest. Everest making some errors and turning it over, but they were flawless on that one. So now with possession is Exploited. Dave Stan sending it to left too.
And now the bounce. Oh, not just denying that pass to Lindaway. Now coming back in defense is Conrad for Everest. Now he's going to look to just back this one out, try and take their time with it. The 3-man stack coming through from Exploited, not quite going to work out, but they are still putting on plenty of pressure. This is where Everest need to push it through. There's 3 people in their bubble, and all they have to do is clear this down and stack to the disc. There's no one there, but they don't take advantage of that, and it's going to be Exploited again with the disc, slapping that through. The stack is there to recover, but Everest just getting their hand on the disc pretty briefly there, and the slap comes through here from Exploited, but goes straight back into the hands of Everest. So some quick interceptions, and Martin in the bubble here, and this game, but maybe just need to go for a straight up 2-pointer, because right now they're down 4 points and they really need to find something here. 3 minutes remaining though, so Bad Elmo going for another one again. This time he's going to go for a straight up shot, making this 8-10. Now Everest starting to come back.
So only a 1 possession advantage to Exploited. Less than 3 minutes on the clock. Joust advantage now to Exploited. Exploited has to extend their lead. They need to get a bigger buffer room against this Everest team. Dave Stan to QB. Dave Stan sending it immediately to the right to Beaver with possession. Beaver sending it down to the floor to Dominic. And now they're going to send it back to that backline player, but it's not going to be on target. They're now scrambling for possession. Beaver is able to recover it, and they're going to slow it down.
Yeah, now Lindaway to, tried to get to Dave Stan, but Bad Elmo perfectly positioned in defense, and the stacks immediately through Martin with the disc, and there's an open goal. Gonna take the shot, not quite gonna make it, but Bad Elmo there to recover off of the ding. So well-placed players there in the bubble. So even though not making those 3 points, still gonna make the 2, and 10-10 now, and just advantage to Exploited. Let's see if Exploited can build back up that momentum they found in the first half of this round.
That 3 would have really helped them, but they were able to get the 2 points on the board, able to tie it up, able to cover this distance against Exploited. Exploited now rolling out quickly, an interception happening. Steffo trying to get this clear through. Actually, Bad Elmo able to find it through. It's going to bounce off the wall of the tube. Now in the bubble of Exploited. This defense is recovering, getting possession, getting stunned out. Not able to recover it, though, is Everest. A slap out will come through. It's outside of the bubble. It's tied up. Bad Elmo with possession. Bad Elmo sending it down. That pass is not going to be on target. The goalie coming out, not able to find it. So it's still in the hands of Everest.
Oh, and a quick cross pass, looking to find Bad Elmo there, I believe, on the cut from Everest, but not quite making it all the way through. An interception from Exploited, and they're going to try and find something in offense now. Beaver walking this one up for a 1-on-2, jumps past Martin, but no. Martin able to grab his leg and just crawl his way up towards the disc there. Bad Elmo looking to walk this one towards the midline now, and Everest looking to set up on offense. The stacks coming through, and the pass coming through quickly as well. It's a 2-on-2 in the bubble, but Dave Stan intercepts on the cross pass. Excellent defense, and now looking to translate into offense. A 3-point shot coming through, not quite on target.
But with possession now is Sir Dominic sending that pass forward to Beaver. Beaver's going to get stunned out by that retreating defense. An interception happening right outside the bubble. Sir Dominic's not able to do anything with it. So Everest now with this clear. Approaching 30 seconds on the clock. Forward positional advantage to Everest. The shot coming through. Is it going to be on target?
Oh!
It's going to ding, and they needed that. That might have been the first round. Recovering now is Conrad. Conrad sending it up to Bad Elmo. Bad Elmo trying to find the angle, finding it at 7 meters. That's only a 2, though. That's only 1 possession advantage. This could get tied up. This could go into overtime. 18 seconds on the clock.
So they have just under, I think they have about 7 seconds here to get this through. I think Bad Elmo tried to find the 3-pointer, but found the 2. Let's see if it means anything here, though. The clear going through doesn't quite find the player, and it's going to be Everest taking this first round. And it seemed like Exploited were really, really strong towards the first half of this round, but Everest able to bring it back and bring just about as strong as a position as they did for the rest of this cup.
What a first round, and I know Nightfire has some things to say about it.
Oh yeah, I mean, hey, I'm reporting in from the sidelines here, so I'm going to put the whole picture together, and spoiler alert, the other match that's live right now, so guard your ears if you want to go watch the VOD later. But Clockwork have just mercied Baked Potato in round 1, 23-3. So right now, you know, this Exploited team is really has a tall order ahead of them. They have to beat Everest in these next 2 rounds, and they got to do it with a little bit of style. They got to get some good points on the board. They cannot have Everest winning rounds, let alone keeping them as close as they did. And I think out the gate, they had that sort of momentum. Exploited, really surprising me. I came in thinking Everest 4-0. They've been looking very clean today. It's at least going to be close, but they came out early with a very nice lead, and Exploited Everest ultimately able to bounce back from that, keep things close, and then somehow find the 2 in the last 45 seconds. Really good work from that Everest team to perform under the pressure, because like I'm saying, this is their chance at Master Tier on the line. We'll see how they duke out round 1 as we dive in.
So Bad Elmo will get possession, setting it up to Martin the Third. Martin the Third now sending it down to Steffo, but it's a loose disc. Able to recover it is Everest, sending it back to Bad Elmo. And 15 seconds off the clock, and they're looking to put points on this board.
Yeah, Martin getting this quickly through to Steffo there. Really clean rollout, by the way, from Everest. And bouncing up to Conrad here, but just not able to grab the disc. And now Lindaway trying to find hands on the disc, but Steffo with the interception. Sir Dominic grabbing it right back, though. The clear not making it all the way through. So Everest with another attempt on offense here. The pass coming up to Steffo, waiting for Bad Elmo to get into position. No, just going to trade stuns, so takes the one-on-one. But Sir Dominic is there to save the day and get the stun.
And Steffo thinking that they had an easy 1v1, but that retreating defense would get the stun. Everest now with possession in their backcourt. Martin the Third with that soft back pass to Conrad. Conrad now setting that clear through the tube. These stacks have to get forward. They have to get back on defense. This lone player is going to be outpaced, and that off the backboard. Dave Stan's going to find that save. So Everest not able to convert on that attempt.
Yeah, and I mean, it ultimately comes down to when you're in that position, you have to take either the tight angle or the backboard shot. The backboard shot comes in slower, but gives you a wider angle, and Steffo able to save, in fact, the other shot, which was just straight on there from the back line. So excellent defense from both teams now, and Lindaway trying to recover from Exploited, but not first to it. Conrad finding an open 3, gonna snipe it in from 21 meters out. That's the first 3 points to Everest.
That one defender from Exploited was so close to Conrad. Conrad pushing off the ceiling, finding that narrow angle and sinking it. Now a 3-point lead to Everest. Exploited would take the lead in the first round and lose it. Everest taking the first round. And now Everest really coming out strong, getting that stun in the tube. Now with possession, Martin the Third sending that one forward. The stack not able to find it before it bounces off the Geo, so they're not able to capitalize on that one. And it's a loose disc at the floor.
The pass coming through now to Steffo. Looking at a 1-on-2 situation, in fact 1-on-3 now as they start to pressure in, but Martin looking for the pass, the cut pass just getting past Lindaway, but the shot hitting the ding, and Martin looking for it at the back line once again for Everest, just waiting for his players to get unstunned and in position. And Steffo here, the first pass, and the second one coming to Conrad, and looking to set up once again. Bad Elmo with another cut pass, and getting so close to the goal. Really difficult shot to save there, and Everest are playing this beautifully in the bubble.
Everest is playing at the top of their game. They're looking clean, they're looking crisp, and everything is on target. 5-point lead now to Everest. Joust advantage to Exploited, and they need to start putting points on the board. Dave stands to send it to left 2. That defense is going to send 3 challengers forward. One on the on the pass, 2 to receive the interception. And that's just flawless execution from Everest.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, as Nightfire mentioned earlier on, I mean, this could go down to score, and oh, the snipe from Sir Dominic's going to certainly help with the score from Exploited. But I mean, yeah, as we mentioned, Exploited are going to have to absolutely run away with this game, and it also lies on Clockwork's game, and that's if Exploited take this to 3 rounds and win 2 rounds. If not, Everest are guaranteed the spot in Master Tier. So there's just a lot of little things riding on this game. Exploited, they have to play this absolutely immaculately if they want to get into Master Tier.
So Everest with that forward pass along the wall. Bad Elmo trying to find that pass to Martin, but it's going to bounce off the Geo. This is another chance for Exploited. It's going to bounce off the Geo back towards mid. Now at lower trap. Going to be picked up by Conrad. Conrad losing it to that stack. Pursuing it will be this Exploited offense, but able to recover is Everest. So they're going to hold on to this 2-point lead for just a little bit longer. Sending it now through mid for that clear was Everest. They have that lone player down in the bubble. Do they have enough time? Steffo with possession. Steffo off the Geo. Steffo sending it to that cut. And Conrad going to finish it off. So 2 points to Everest. They are just looking so good right now.
Yeah, and Steffo could have just gone for the shot against those 2 defenders, but he saw Conrad and he had the patience to wait. And sometimes it's really hard to hold that shot back. All you want to do is send it at the goal sometimes. And there was some just beautiful communication coming through from Everest there, indicating that they had an extra player. They should just wait a little bit longer, and wait they did, and they got absolutely benefited from that play. So now Exploited looking to try and answer back on these uncontested points here from Everest so far. So Dominic receiving the disc in the line of Everest here, but not quite able to do much with it. The Everest stack is able to deny everything, but the clear not quite coming through. Dave stand back with the disc, but the pass not quite hitting, and now Steffo looking for maybe this 3-point shot, more of a clear for the stack that's coming through. Martin and Conrad here trying to walk this one through the bubble. No, just going to bat this one out, but Van Elmo doesn't have a lot of time. Maybe he didn't know that. Sir Dominic now floating towards the disc. He's got an open 3 on a tight angle. He takes it and it hits the shield.
And Exploited had that forward advantage. They had 2 players boosting into the bubble of Everest. And that shot's going to be stopped from Conrad. But they didn't take it. They should have sent that forward into the bubble instead of taking that shot that would bounce off the shield. They're down by 4 points. That's 2 possessions. Martin the third now with possession at the back line. And now they're looking to do some clock management. There's 4 minutes on the board, though.
Yeah, and I mean, it was a pretty clutch stun in the defense there, because this game would have been 10-3 if it wasn't for the save earlier on. But Conrad going to put that one in, make this 9-3. In fact, making it really difficult for Exploited. But yeah, I absolutely agree. There are certain 3-point shots that you can take with confidence that your teammates are going to be able to recover it from. But that is not one of them. Taking it from under the shield, it's so dangerous. If you happen to hit that shield, it's going the opposite direction, and none of his teammates were ready to recover. It was just a really, really bad shot to take in that moment, but hopefully they can recover from this for the sake of taking this game to 3 rounds and making this exciting.
So Beaver with possession, setting it up. That cut's not going to be on target, but retrieving it off the wall ceiling is Sir Dominic. So Dominic's going to lose it to this Everest defense. Everest now with this clear, looking to get it at the ceiling, and getting it will beat Conrad, and he'll miss the shot. That was another good opportunity for Everest, not able to capitalize on it. But they have 6 points right now. They just need to maintain this lead, and they'll come away with this 2-round sweep.
Yeah, Steffo, I believe, taking that paper-thin angle shot, not quite capitalizing. But Dave Stan looking for this cross to Lindaway, was just going a little bit too quickly, not able to capitalize on that pass. And now Steffo taking it. They're looking for maybe this full-court shot, lines it up, not quite on target. And now Martin the third riding Sir Dominic here at the in his own half. And looking to get this leech. He's able to get the stun, so Bad Elmo able to take this one in. It's a 3-on-3 in the bubble, and now Steffo looking to walk this one in on the stun. Sir Dominic dunking it into the bottom of the goal. Absolutely no chance for Exploited to save that. Beautiful offensive play from Everest. They're looking so strong going in, and it looks like they're ready to take on the teams in Master Tier if Exploited do not pull something absolutely incredible out right now.
What a graceful and powerful looking dunk from Steffo. He had that arm extended, found the pass, didn't even move the arm until they needed to dunk, and that just looked so good from this Everest offense. So now with possession is Beaver. They're down by 8 points, less than 2 minutes on the clock, sending it up to Dave Stan. Dave Stan's gonna put 2 points on the board, but they're running out of time. They need to start making stops against this Everest offense, and they need to start converting.
I mean, we talk about well-placed shots, as that last one was a dunk, but that is an excellent shot from Dave Stand here. Sees the goalie's position and shoots in the opposite corner, and would you look at that? The goalie's reach just is not long enough, and it looks like Everest looks like they're immediately trying to come back with another three-point shot, but there was Sir Dominic waiting, ready for the save, and he did get the save. So Beaver looking for the three-point shot, gonna find it in fact here for Exploited. So is this the start of this recovery? They just need one more of those.
So approaching 1 minute on the clock, 3-point lead to Everest now. Beaver finding that razor thin margin to find that shot. It would ring just a little bit off that crossbar. 50 seconds on the clock. Everest now with possession. More in the third to QB. Immediately getting challenged by that stack from Exploited. At the ceiling is Conrad. Conrad trying to find the angle. Does get it down to Bad Elmo. You can see this full court pressure from this defense. This long shot coming through. It's going to bounce off the Geo. Stevo's going to get the stun. Stevo now sending it forward. It's going to bounce off the post. Able to recover it and getting stunned out. Will be Stevo and Linderway trying to find that clear. This is a chance for Exploited, but they just need to find possession now.
If I'm Everest right now, I send Conrad all the way back to goal, because that ain't happening. They saw the shot Beaver's just made. If they lose possession here to Beaver and Dominic, they could go for that long shot and they could make it. But no, Martin getting it here. So Dominic ready for the clear. Is the stack ready? No, it doesn't matter. Conrad intercepting at the midline. That's going to be the ice on this game. Everest taking this in 2 rounds. And Everest putting the icing on the cake with yet another goal from Bad Elmo. And Everest are going into the master tier.
What a great game from Everest, and what a great game to Exploited, but Everest at the top of their game. If they can carry this performance into the rest of their matches in the Master League, they're going to do very well. And Nightfire, what have you have for us?
You know, Everest just really coming out here and playing a perfect Challenger Cup. Undefeated all the way through, winning every single match. They had some close ones, you know, their round 2s did get close often, you know, not obviously almost coming back in their round, you know, here Exploited nearly coming back in round 2, but they kept winning. And that's what matters, because they are now moving into that master tier. I'm currently tuning in also to the Clockwork Baked Potato match. Currently, they are winning 14-4 with 2 minutes left. So it's looking like Clockwork will also be moving on into the master tier. And honestly, I'm really looking forward to these two teams competing in this master tier this cycle. I'm very interested to see how they do against these, you know, veteran teams.
I couldn't agree more, and these Challenger Cups bring so much to this league. They change everything up. These cycles, they are amazing, and they're amazing to cast, they're amazing to watch, and they must be amazing to play in. But
I mean, yeah, you talk about playing in it. We've just gone through 5 series of games back to back to back to back. That's what makes the Everest performance even more impressive, in my opinion. You know, I mean, Swift, you can speak to how, you know, focused you have to be to play at this level of competition. It drains you, and to do it for 5 games in a row is impressive.
Yeah, and I mean, ultimately it comes down to this being, you know, the VR sport, as we promote it as. I mean, to have a strong performance for 5 games, you best bet you've got to be somewhat of an athlete to be able to not only physically play for that amount of games, but to play for that long and maintain your style of play and maintain your integrity for that long. It's so difficult. And I mean, when things get sweaty, and trust me, they did a few times this, as we saw in these rounds, it's sometimes difficult to bring it back. And it's difficult to just play consistently for 5 whole sets of games in a row. But I mean, Everest did it, and they look good doing it. And I mean, it ultimately comes down to everything that comes down in normal sports. Comes down to how much you've trained that day, what sort of warm up that you've had. I mean, what you've eaten that day. Everything comes in. You need the perfect balance. And I mean, Everest found it, and they were able to maintain their play for a very long time. And definitely props to them for that.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, while we're talking about playing for so long, why don't we shout out one of the sponsors that can help with this, Rebuff Reality. You get yourself a battery pack from them. You can extend the life of your headset and be able to compete in these long form challenges without having to, charge your headset. It's a nice tool. I highly recommend checking it out. Obviously, we also have a ton of other great sponsors. VRWare coming in, offering some really awesome merch. I highly recommend you check that out. They got great hoodies. They got great water bottles. They got all kinds of VRML branded stuff over there. You can find that link to the merch store on the VRML.com webpage. Up in the upper right corner. Obviously, we have a ton of other sponsors as well. HyperX, VR Cover, Asterion Products, Fixed Music, Pro2 VR, all coming together to help sponsor what is one of the most competitive, the most competitive VR esports league. I mean, geez, this is just to get into the master tier. Now it's time to perform. They played great. These were awesome matches, but now the challenge is cycle 3 and trying to get up out of the 9th and 10th position.
I couldn't agree more. So with that being said, that's going to do us for today for the EU Challenger Cup. This is the second cycle for the Echo Arena VR Master League. I want to thank all the viewers watching on Oculus venues, on Facebook Gaming, YouTube, and Twitch. And of course, if you are interested in Echo Arena, it's free on the Oculus Store. Just search for Echo VR. And another shout out, thank you to our sponsors, HyperX, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Rebuff Reality, VRWare, Asterion Products, and Fixed Music. And we will be back later with the NA Challenger Cup at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and 9 p.m. UTC. So, I've been Swift. Oh, now I've been Sputnik Cobra. That's been Swift. Nightfire has been casting alongside of us on Sideline and co-casting. And it's me, Ollie, as well. So much for subtlety on camera. And once again, we thank you all and have a great day.